All right, guys, American Trucker here. Hey, I am probably less than a week away of maybe getting back out on the road. I hope if everything goes well. I'll be picking up a trailer today. One of the things that Prime had on all of their trailers, if you're at Prime, you know this, of course, but if you're not at Prime, is a right-way system, meaning you could weigh, if it was properly calibrated, you could weigh your trailer without having to go to the scales, because there was a little scale mounted on each one of Prime's trailers. So I think in 2 years, I might have went and scaled my load 2 times. If it was very, very close and I wanted to make sure, or if the trailer that I got, the right way system was, not working or something like that. So it saves a lot of time going to scales, a lot of money, and almost 99% of the time, the weigh system was on Prime's trailers. They kept them calibrated and they were really, really accurate. So now that I'm going to be picking up a dry van, one of the things that I would have had to have done would be probably scale a lot more loads at the truck stops. I didn't want to have to do that. So what I did was, and if you're at Prime, you're going to know exactly what this is. I bought the right way weigh system, and I will be installing that on my trailer that I'm picking up this morning. It's actually pretty easy, and trust me on this, even if you're not mechanically inclined, if you can just use a wrench for the most part, and maybe a drill and a drill bit, you could do this. I'm not going to make a YouTube video on it, because if you look up on YouTube, there's a couple of videos on how to install it. Some are better than others, but it's really not hard at all if you have any mechanical inclination at all. I mean, not even a lot, just any, and you can watch a video. You can put this on your truck and calibrate it. Calibrate super easy. But basically all the instructions are here, well, the instructions are inside, but this is kind of how it looks. This is goes to your airbag. This is a T-fitting. All this is right here. So normally a line comes into your airbag from your airline straight into your airbag. Well, instead you want to have that line going into a T-fitting, and then one of them going to your airbag or airline coming out instead of straight to it, and then the other one's going to be going to basically this system. I know it's not complicated, I promise you. You watch a YouTube video and it's pretty easy. But then they got some zip ties that come with it. This is the airline that's going to go from your airbag to your system. And then you got more than you need, but you can cut it down to size. And of course, you can zip tie it up once you get the right length and get it connected. So it's not just hanging around, hanging down or something. This mounts to your trailer with 4 bolts up here in the top, or some bolts up here in the top. And then these 4 bolts line up with these 4 places, and that's how you mount this to this, and this is mounted to your frame. So it's actually not that hard. And then once you hook the airline up, it's going to automatically go to this when need be. Of course, you got to pull this when you're using it, and when you're not, you push it back in, and then it reverts back to your airbags, and they kind of work together. That's probably a terrible explanation, but I bought this. I think it was $230, something like that. I had to look around a little bit, because there was a few places that online said that they carried them, and I called a few places and they didn't have them. It was going to be weeks before they could get them or whatever. But this place, I wish I should have looked up beforehand. It was in Kentucky somewhere. I ordered it and they sent it to me, and I got it like 3-4 days. So this, I relied on this a lot when I was at Prime, and like I said, I hardly ever had to go over a scale at a truck stop and get my load scaled out, because these were always pretty right on the money as far as I was concerned. Now you should always do that if you're not sure. If you're close and you think you're over, by all means, but it is what it is. Oh, it's Valentine's Day. We're not making this video right now, so I got some. Those are for my girls back there, wife, and I got 2 girls, 2 kids. So got that. Didn't forget that this year, so that helps. Yeah, I'm almost ready to go out on the road. I've got insurance for the trailer now, insurance for the truck. I'm putting this right way system on this morning. Putting DOT stickers and MC numbers on the truck and a number on the trailer. The good thing, which at Prime you're switching trailers all the time, so you're constantly have to look and see. I get one number, I got one trailer, and I just got to, it's 3 digits instead of 6 like at Prime. And then once I, memorize, which I already have, the number, I don't have to try to learn new numbers every time. If I'm going to the shipper and they're asking me what's my trailer number, or if I'm filling out paperwork or whatever the case may be. So that makes it easy. And I don't have to be, switching trailers I'll keep the same trailer the whole time. So the unfortunate thing is everything is going to be a live load, but you always know what kind of trailer you're working with. It's not a surprise when you get there and something broke and you didn't know about it and the last driver didn't tell you. So that'll be kind of nice too. And I get to kind of keep up, as long as I keep up the maintenance on the trailer, then I'll know for the most part I'll have a good trailer rolling down the road. It still has the tire inflation system on this trailer I'm getting, so that's good. I don't have to worry too much about the back tires, starting to go down. Supposedly, if everything's working right, then with the tire inflation system, it'll automatically put air in if it starts to get low. A lot of the other things the same. I won't have any reefer fuel. Won't have to worry about a reefer running at nighttime, kicking on and off, scaring you, or getting out of temperature, or showing up at a receiver and you didn't quite have exactly 3/4 of a tank and they made you go back and get more fuel, and whatever. I don't know. So I won't have all the reefer headaches that go along with that. And dry van, for the most of the time, I don't think they do too many loads or unloads in the middle of the night. I could be wrong on that, or at least I don't think they do appointment times. You may be able to load and unload at your, at some places 24 hours a day, but I don't think there's too many 02 in the mornings, 04 in the mornings, like, in the reefer game. So might be able to get on a little bit steadier schedule. I won't have the Omnitrax, thank goodness. I'll have the, I forgot what it's called now, Motive, I think. It was formerly the Keep Trucking ELD, electronic logging device. So I'll need to learn that. I don't think it's going to be that hard, but that'll be a little bit different than when I was at Prime. And the schedule. So basically I'm going to run, to start off at least anyways, I'm going to be running OTR, and I'll be out for weeks at a time, and I'll work 7 days a week as long as I have hours. The beautiful thing about being with a small company and having your own truck and leasing on to them is they said I could run however I want. So if I decide I want to run out and back and be home every single night, I can be like, hey, this is what I'm going to do until further notice, and they'll no problem, they'll do it. Or if I say, hey, I'm going to run out Monday, but have me coming back every Friday, I want to be home every weekend, I can do that. Or if I want to stay out there and run 7 days a week and not come home until I let them know, I can do that. So that is it's a very flexible job. Basically, I'm running underneath his authority. We worked out a percentage, and I can run as hard as I want, or I can run as easy as I want. I can work as 12 months out of the year straight. I can take off as much time as I want. So that's nice to be able to do that, have that flexibility, have that freedom. And for the most part, everything gets taken care of in one office. Everything. I have a problem, and pretty much one person or two people. That's all really going to be having to deal with. So I can walk into one office and get payroll taken care of. I can get anything to do with logs taken care of. I can get anything to do with permits taken care of. Any single question I got will be taken care of at one location, primarily by one person, and then there's a couple people that help her out, and then the owner himself. Any major problems or anything that I can't get a hold of the person that I deal with normally, the next person is the owner. That's who I'll be dealing with. So it's nice to be able to get problems solved right off the bat, not feel like you're getting the runaround because there's nobody to point the finger at. One thing that irks me about Prime, and if if I ever say anything bad about Prime or something that I didn't like about Prime, I promise you I can say, for every one thing I say I don't like, I can tell you at least 10 things that I do like. So don't get me wrong. Prime's a great company. But one of the things was you would call dispatch, you would have a question about loads in the area or whatever the case may be, and then an hour goes by, you don't hear nothing. 2 hours goes by, you don't hear nothing. 3 hours goes by, you call back dispatch and say, hey, you know, what's the deal on this situation? And then the answer you get is, oh, I emailed sales, I haven't heard back from them. I hate that. I hate when people sit around and wait for someone to get back with them and don't follow up. Follow up. That's not following up is just hard for me to do, because so there's a lot of people that will feel like I bug them about things, about getting stuff done. But that's just the way I am. I can't stand with a passion in me. I can't stand to sit around and just wait for someone and just hope that they're working on the issue that I asked them to work on and they're going to get back to me. The old saying, the squeakiest wheel gets the most grease, is a saying for a reason. But anyways, so there's none of that here. The person I'll be dealing with, I say, hey, what about dispatching? What about this load? There's no, well, let me get back with you. Let me talk to someone or email someone. They handle all that stuff. So the answer is just on them. There's no, I haven't heard anything back from so-and-so or whatever the case may be. But anyways, look up here on the, look at that. Get off that counter. Get off the counter. Hey, get down. Get down. Good grief. What do you think he is? He lost his mind. Started making a video and dogs in the background started losing their mind. Getting up on the counter and stuff. Anyways, I got a big one sitting here staring at me. And then the little one up there on the back of the couch. Jeez. Anyways, I got to get back out on the road. These dogs are worse than kids. But anyways, all right, so everything's going good. I'll give you more of an update once I get the trailer, get this right-way system put on, get my numbers and everything, and then maybe by the end of this week, or probably closer to Monday, so I can get all the trucking stuff taken care of out of the way. Then I can knock out the rest of the personal things and get those taken care of out of the way before I go out on the road for, you know, who knows how long. And then I'll be able to give you more of an update when I'm out there on how things are working out with the new company and the pros and cons of where I'll be going to. So, all right, guys, that's it. American Trucker, I'm out.